On the last All Out show, I talked to Nomar Slevik, author of Otherworldly Encounters, about aliens, and there were some skeptics.
What's with aliens coming all the way across the fucking universe to poking people's booties and shit? I mean, you got the power to fly across the damn galaxy to explore human booty holes? I mean, that don't make no sense, man. I mean, I think that's a stretch. I mean, you got to throw all common sense to even start to believe any of that. Just saying.
He does bring up valid points.
And I'll tell you why, because it ain't aliens. It's Rick and Bob getting high and shit, and then fucking poking each other in the booty hole and having a fucking excuse saying it was aliens and shit.
I proved John wrong about who takes more doo-doos in public, women or men, and the caller's answer.
Women are nasty and leave is shit in public, and I swear to God, it is so true. Where I work at, the majority of us are women, and they blow our toilets up all day, every day. It is nasty in our bathroom. So he is absolutely correct in his wording that, yes, women do take shits out in public more than they do at home.
I got to sit down with World Series of Poker champion John Sin. Get you a new car. What kind of car you got right now?
Camry, 2007. Bumpers off, dents in the car. I love it. I love that car.
My man, fucking millionaire with a Camry. I love it. And now here's another episode of the All Out Show. What up, though? How you doing out there? How you do that, Dad? You having a good day? You damn near through the week. Okay. Thursday always feels like Friday because it's nothing but possibilities. Like, you know what I'm gonna do tomorrow? Get paid. Go to Cheesecake Factory. I don't know where the kids are going nowadays. I don't know the cool things the kids are saying. I don't know where they're going. Where are you going, to California Pizza Kitchen? I don't know. But you worry about that tomorrow. Today is you just worry about enjoying this Thursday. And boy, oh boy, do we got a good one for you. Got some UFC fighters, news from the chin, motherfucking pill mix. Sometimes I do feel superior to you young cats, though. Like, we have Bjork, you got Lady Gaga. She just plays at being weird. She hangs stakes on herself and then sings like fucking Bette Midler. Whatever. What the fuck ever. I'm not going to judge. I'm just here to fuck it. So this is here's something else that we're going to be talking to a psychic. And if you want to talk to a dead person that's in your life, if you want to talk to a dead person in your life, call up and we're taking callers. We're gonna take a list of people just in case you want to fucking, you know, happy you getting haunted. You got like you lose someone that you love. This is a delicate thing, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times it's like people need closure. And part of me is like, these psychics are full of shit, and the other part is like they might be real. So I'm neither co-signing nor condemning our psychic. You can fucking call up, and if you want to roll the dice, talk to somebody. If she starts being like, I see someone with the J. Is there any J, S, P, Q, R, S's in your life? I'm gonna throw the phone at her. That's all I'm saying. So call up right now. We're taking names. 888-742-3345. 888-742-3345. We'll schedule a time with you and one of our many world famous mediums. A median's in the road. Jesus Christ. Fucking, it's like 2 days in a row. I'm an idiot. All right. Let me get the fuck out of here before I say anything. Any more dumb things? Don't go anywhere. It's the motherfucking All Out Show. It's a Thursday. We're going to crush this. What's my man's name I'm talking to next?
Cody.
Cody Garbrandt. Cody Garbrandt. Who the fuck knows? Cody Garbrandt. I don't know who's cool as a motherfucking fan. Can take a punch. Came from fucking hard Scrabble life and came up on top. So I'm gonna chop it up with him. I love to talk to winners. Hear the secret to their success. It's got a fight coming up. So don't go nowhere. Let's go.
You are checking out the All Out Show with Rude Jude on demand.
Fighting out of Sacramento, California, Cody No Love Garbrandt.
Say 45. What up, though? I got Cody No Love Garbrandt. You got a big fight coming up.
About a couple days, man. Big fight.
It's kind of crazy. It's like you also wrote a book. I was sick when that shit dropped, and I really wanted to talk to you about it because you got such an interesting life. So I guess we'll spend a little bit of time talking about the fight. You fighting Dillashaw.
Dillashaw, yep, rematch, running it back.
How'd the first one go?
He got me the first one. He got me in the second round. So
did he?
Yeah, he got me. Hats off to him. Good
How
for
do
him.
I didn't see the fight.
He got me with a right hook. Right hook. He TKO'd me. So it's good, man. We made the adjustments I need to make for this camp, and I'm excited to go out there here, fight in L.A., fight in California. The first time I'm fighting in California.
What do you learn from a loss?
So much. I think I learned more from a loss than a win. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Wins are wins. You know, you won. You might have did a lot of correctional, errors, but you won the fight. So you think that, a loss, you kind of like, I think, dissected a little bit more. Like, all right, what caused me to lose this fight? Okay, the hand was down a little bit more. I didn't move enough. I didn't do the right things in camp to prepare me for, a 5-round fight.
Right.
Things like that. So I just completely dissected the whole, fight camp. The fight, I was injured going into the fight. I was out a whole year with a back injury, so I tried to rush the process of getting back in the octagon. I was a young champion, and I just wanted to get back in there and defend my title and win as much money as I can. That's why we got into the sport. You got to the top of the sport. Now you're finally getting paid. Now let's cash in on that.
What's that like? Because it's like if you're one of the bigger people, you can earn money, and then everybody else, you're fucking starving, right?
Starving. Yep. You gotta eat. Yeah. So even when you're at the top, sometimes, you know what I mean.
Really?
Like, shit, I fought Cruz, and that money doesn't go long. You know what I mean? I fought Cruz for $200,000. You know what I mean?
Taxes, agents,
paying your coaches, gym fees, all that goes away. So, and I was out a whole year. So even when you think you're world champion,
you came from the dirt.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Straight from the dirt. Grew from the dirt.
Straight up from the fucking soil.
Yep. That's for sure.
It said, I didn't even know they had that shit. You grew up in Appalachian region of Ohio.
Yep.
That's fucking
real shit. Yeah,
that's
farm.
That's
dirt.
that's the fucking soil. What was that like growing up out there, man?
It was I had humble beginnings. For sure. It's a lot of a lot of my friends grew up kind of the same way. We're kind of like low poverty. School. I think everyone was on free food. We all got free food at school. So you know what I mean. Things like that. So it was humble. We didn't know any different. You know what I mean. We didn't know what rich or poor was.
Yeah. All you knew was your reality.
Reality of it. Yeah.
Your old man was in prison.
Prison. Yeah. He's still to this day in prison. So he had 10 different charges, bro. I mean, all kinds of crazy shit. He was just he was heavy on drugs. And kind of took over his life. Both my uncles, been in and out of prison their whole entire life as well. Actually, my uncle in the book, The Pact, he's the reason why I got into boxing.
Really?
He got a life sentence at 15 years old, and they got 23 months later acquitted of charges and found the Lord in there. He's the one that took us to church, kind of started to give us the Bible verses, speaking on who God was, who Jesus was, things like that, and kind of be that positive father figure in our life. And in return, he was boxing, used to sneak us to the gym because my mom didn't want us to fight, so he would sneak us to the gym. We were already wrestling,
right?
And then we would get snuck to the gym when he would train with us. He would hold pads with us and knew that we were naturals, and that's what it was. And I had my first fight at 14. Finally let my mom, after years and years of talking her into signing the application so I could fight, and we just took off from there, man. It's been me and him, in the gym.
Are you still training with John?
Oh yeah, he comes out every camp. He still lives in Ohio. He owns a concrete company, so a construction company. So he comes out and stays with me to do fight camps. And when I'm not fighting outside of fight camps, I have him come out for a week or two, to keep me fresh. But he's been in my corner ever since my first fight.
It says here that you were insecure about not going to college.
Insecure?
Or it felt weird about not going to college.
I think so. I mean, that's something that we grew up, wanting to be the first person in my family to go to college. My brother got a full ride scholarship to Ashland 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, got into a street fight, shattered this dude's skull, went to jail, lost his scholarship. So, and the pressure was on me to go to college, and I wasn't really feeling wrestling anyways. Right. I was kind of done with that. I wanted to fight. But everyone told me, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You think you can realistically, can you earn a good living and be a fighter? You know what I mean? Because we had a lot of fighters in our local town that didn't really go far outside the local level.
It's like fighting and porn. Y'all got a limited shelf time. Like you got this long to make as much money as you can. Do you feel that pressure?
Yeah. You know what? Not really, man. Because I feel like I live in the now. And maybe when I was younger, I was like, I wanted it so bad, and that's why I think it took a little bit longer to get, because I wanted it. Yeah. I didn't realize that life's a marathon, not a sprint. You got to put in the time to to be ready for it.
Do you feel like you weren't focused on the steps that you need to be taking instead of like you were more focused on the prize and the journey? Was that what it was? Or
I didn't know during the journey until I learned to enjoy the journey. Then that's when I was like, oh, this shit's fun. It's not just a job. This is my passion. You know what I mean? Until I started to really enjoy the journey of every day getting up, grinding, no matter how tired you are, sore you are, how beat up you got your ass whooped the day before, you got to get in the gym and do it all over again until you got brick by brick, build that foundation. And that's what I was able to do.
The Pact is the book. That's out in stores. I mean, you can get it on Amazon. It's really fucking... You got cancer?
No, the boy that was my hometown, he had leukemia. He was diagnosed at 5 years old with it, and we made a pact. It was called the Pact, that I would make it to the UFC, and he would beat leukemia. When he had about 7 months left of leukemia, and he didn't want to take his medicine, and his parents needed, he came out. I did a lot of stuff from his family. Did some fight organization. One of my fights, I donated all the proceeds of my shirts and ticket sales and to the family to do whatever they wanted. And that's how I kind of came to know him from the same hometown. Yeah. And so this was like a couple years into 2 years into the cancer, and he wanted to be done. He had 7 months left of chemo, and he was like, I'm done. He wanted just to give up and die. And his father called me and was like, hey, if anyone could change his little heart, it'd be you. And I was in Sacramento at the time getting ready to train for a fight. I was just getting out of the gym. And I was like, oh, what am I going to say to this little kid to, have him take his medicine? He's done so well. He's only had 7 months left of it, and he's in remission. So I FaceTimed him and said, hey, Max, look, man, you got to... And our thing was that we never go to battle alone. I don't walk in the octagon alone. He always came to my fights with me. He was there. He was walking me down to the octagon. And, I said, look, man, you take your medicine, you're going to die. Just real raw and blunt with the kid. He was well wise beyond his years for what he was able to go through. It kind of matures you up a lot.
Yeah, when you're looking at death, it kind of
for sure
makes you grow up a bit.
So he understood, like, all right.
Yeah.
And he took it, and he's like, all right, tell you what, man, you don't bitch or complain about taking your medicine. And, I'll promise you this. I'll make it to the UFC, and I'll take you to every one of my fights with me. No matter where it's at, you're going to be there, and you'll be there with me. And he's like, all right, Cody, I will. We stayed in contact. I went home to Ohio a few times in between then, so that 7 month period. And then August 25th, he FaceTimes me and says, hey, it's your end of the pact. You got to keep your end of the deal. I took my last dose of chemotherapy, and now it's your turn to get in the UFC. And that lit a fire under me when I was That
must be a joy to bring him to these events.
It's awesome. He's messaging me. We landed last night in LA or down here, and
yeah.
He said, hey, man, we took a private jet. And, so he was like, oh, man, that looked awesome. He was, I wish he's in Ohio. So
right.
He said, can't wait to get there and see you. He texted me and, stay in touch. He's so excited. He gets so excited for fight week. That's something that he always lived for. Like when he was sick, that he would get to go, and that was his day. That was his week. In Vegas, I get to take him around. Sometimes he wasn't able to walk because the medicine had his legs all messed up, so wheelchair him around. And just have a good time with him, man. Like kind of put me in perspective, like what I was fighting for. And now in reverse, I have a child, so now I see it like all come full circle. You know what I mean? Like, I have eyes on me.
Let's go back to Dillashaw. He's fought so many fights. You must have tons of tape on him. Like,
yeah, we have a lot of tape on him, and not only that, like all my coaches and training partners trained with him. You know what I mean? They built TJ.
Yeah.
You know, they built TJ and who he is, so they know all his tendency, his reads. And this camp, I was able to train. You know, last camp I was a year out. I was hurt, jumped and knocked. I maybe rushed it a little bit too soon, but still I was able to almost knock him out in the first round.
Right.
You know, the bell saved him. He went wobbling back to his corner, came out, regained his conscious, regained his composure, came out, and ended up finishing me. And that's how it goes sometimes. But we were able to make those adjustments and get the sparring rounds in, just get that work. You know what I mean? Like, we're preparing ourselves. Some people don't understand. Like, we prepare our bodies mentally and physically to go in there and fight. 5-minute rounds, a minute break, just get your breath back. 5 rounds, 25 minutes. I don't know the common regular person that knows, how long does a street fight last? Maybe 40 seconds, a minute, maybe.
Breaks it up,
They're like, damn, I'm tired. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, we must have fought 15 minutes. You know what I mean?
You get the adrenaline dump. You fucking.
Oh, yeah. So you got to get your body ready for all that shit. Like, know what happens. You might get rocked, get hit hard, see some stars,
right?
Kicked, choked, you're getting choked out. You got to fight through all that. So you got to just mentally prepare. And that's what the fight camp. That's why you allow to have a fight camp to get ready for that kind of stuff. And I've been at the grind, man. 12 weeks. I had a great camp, healthy, ready to go, motivated. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to get in there and Saturday and bust this dude up.
Have you started making weight yet or not?
Started dropping, but
you don't seem that grumpy.
Yeah, I'm good, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is fun for me. This is fight week. Finally, do all the hard work is done. I mean, not all the hard work. You know what I mean? Like, all the camp's done. It's fight week. Like, we're fighting in a couple of days. Like, I get to weigh in, and that's what I'm at my best is when I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm getting ready for what I have to do in there. I kind of debrief from everything because you got to go into a different mindset when you get into the octagon. You're locked into a cage with another man that's trying to
knock predictions?
you out. I'm going to finish him. I'm going to knock him out. I know that 100% that he cannot withstand my strikes, my power, my speed. I was able to do. I left no rocks unturned this camp, in preparation for this fight. So
it's going to be the title fight, 5 rounds.
5 rounds, main event, L.A.
Can't fucking wait. UFC 227. Yo, Cody, it was really a pleasure talking to you, man. You're an inspiration. You came from the soil. You fought your way up, and you're fighting for a championship, man. Love to see that shit, man.
Shade 4-5, LA, we're here.
All fucking day, man.
We made it.
Let's go.
You are checking out the All Out Show with Rude Jude on demand.
Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the blue corner, raised in the Garden State, the corniest man in hip-hop, John the Chin Matthews. Tonight in the red corner, hailing from pop culture known to anyone paying attention, it's the mighty Slang. Welcome to Slang versus John.
All right, y'all, it's Slang versus John. He's trying to prove that he is not the corniest man in hip-hop. We're going to give him... John, are you reading it?
No.
All right, good. Why is your lips moving?
Right. No, I'm not reading it. I'm seriously not. They're upside down.
All right, okay. John's got a fucking word on a flashcard. He's going to flip it over. Read it out loud. Use it in a sentence. Tell me what it means. All right, go ahead.
Damn it. Finna. A finna. Man, these... Finna. A finna. A finna. That looks to me like that would... Oh, shit. A finna. A finna is probably going to be a person. So that finna is really somebody that I want to hang out with. She's fine. A finna. Yeah, she's finna. All right, I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with it. Finna. That's not a bad thing. I'm getting killed. This isn't fair. Sorry, go.
Slang vs. John. It's short for fixing to.
What?
I'm finna go to the store. Finna hit a lick.
Oh.
Finna fuck that broad. Finna fixing to.
Okay.
Finna.
Just finna.
It's like gonna, but instead of going to, it's fixing. It's Southern.
So I'm finna go and have a martini? No, I'm finna.
You were saying I'm going to have a martini. So I'm finna have a martini.
I'm finna have a martini. All right, I got it. Wow.
You did it.
I did not do it.
Well, Slang vs. John.
You are checking out the All Out Show with Rude Jude on demand.
And now, it's time for News from the Chin with John Z. Matthews.
According to a new study out of the UK, almost half of women aged 25 to 34 are not having enjoyable sex.
25 to 34?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. It's like a decade of bad dick.
About 7,000 women over the age of 16 responded to the poll, and so that's a decent
that's
sample.
nice. All right, so what were they complaining about?
They are complaining that 60% of the millennial-aged respondents told researchers that they regularly dealt with reproductive health symptoms such as painful periods.
What the fuck does that have to do with sex?
Well, I guess it leads to unpleasant sex.
That's only most chicks, they ain't even fucking on their period. What's the next one?
All right.
It's not even that good.
That one's roughly 35% surveyed said that they were most worried about preventing pregnancies. They're distracted during sex. They're freaked out.
Wear a condom. They're fucking idiots. They're getting birth control.
I've heard the young kids are not wearing a lot of condoms.
Here's the deal. Like, this is the one... Like, you got all the control, ladies. Go get on birth control. Get the little fucking pirate earring in your pussy. Whatever the fuck it's called. This ISDN line or whatever it's called.
IUD, right?
Yeah, IUD. Get... you poof. Then you don't have to worry about fucking pregnancy. It's amazing. Wait for dudes to get birth control, Doug. Fucking, it's going to be a game changer.
Well, they're saying here
Not gonna steal my sperm.
12% of 16 to 24-year-olds said that they did not use any regular contraception.
Yeah, man. Look, I'm telling you, this is post-AIDS. When we was 16, like, everybody was freaked out about AIDS, man. We grew up, like, us 70s babies grew up, man. We're, like, right around the AIDS thing. You didn't, like, you thought you could get it from spit for a while. Like, it was just, cats was freaking out. I feel like we wore more condoms back in the day. Like, rappers had songs about wearing condoms. The J, the I, the M, the M, the Y, the J, the I, the M is Jimmy. It's like a gang of fucking rap songs about wearing condoms.
So they're saying here the takeaway from the survey is that every woman deserves a satisfying, fulfilling sex life. If you're not enjoying it, you should talk to your doctor.
Yeah.
Do you have a fulfilling sex life? Do you ever say, boy, this is just terrible?
No, I have good sex.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the women with me do or don't. They seem to enjoy it, but if they're being honest, they enjoy it. If they're not, then I don't know how to... There's nothing I can really do to fix that because I'm just going by the signals that they're giving me. If they're acting like they're enjoying it, I will continue doing the things that I think that they enjoy. Now, if they're not enjoying it, I would really appreciate for them to be like, hey, try something different. Don't go so fast. Don't go so hard. Don't go so shallow. Don't go so deep. Can you grow 3 inches of dick? Some shit like that.
Oh, here's your IUD. About a third of the women are currently using, those who are using contraception reported using this coil, the IUD. So a third of the women.
Hey, there you go. Most of this shit just sounds like stuff you need to fucking own and handle. Sound like big babies.
If you have a painful period, you should really look into that.
Yeah. It's fucking 1 week out of the month. Like, you still got 3 weeks worth of good dick. I've had loved ones with very painful periods, and I've had to go up and go get them, like, tampons and painkillers and shit. Because their periods have been so painful.
It just knocks them out?
Yeah, it fucks them up, laid out. I'm like, hold up, I got you.
Every month? That'd be terrible.
Yeah, it sucked for them. Just be done. Like MIA for a week, you wouldn't see him. What else you got there? That sounds like bullshit. I thought like the complaints were like the dudes were doing it wrong. Like all their shit was like, I'm worried about getting pregnant. Well, make them wear a condom or get some fucking birth control.
Yeah, they didn't offer any explanations as to why these women weren't.
They sound dumb.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
It doesn't sound like it.
It's like a waste of time. God. All right. So when you're on a plane,
they got no agency. They got no fucking go get it within them. What are they just fucking sitting there shook in bed like, I hope I don't get pregnant? Well, there's a couple things you can do to stop it. They tell you about it in health class. Like why you're in fucking in some stranger's bed shuddering now. Ridiculous.
Airline restrooms are getting smaller. You fly a lot. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I have.
It's a fact.
Look, man, everything's tighter. They're really squeezing. Everything is smaller on airplanes. It sucks. I feel bad for tall people. I feel the worst for tall people because they can't help being tall. I feel kind of bad for fat people.
But you blame them.
Yeah. I do blame them. I do. I really do. So I don't feel all the way bad. I feel kind of bad. It's got to be uncomfortable. Like, I'm like, damn, it's got to be uncomfortable. And then I feel bad for me as well. Because I have to fucking deal with it.
That's quite a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Now, they're saying that the airlines are retrofitting old aircraft with these smaller bathrooms to allow for an extra row of seats. That's all they want.
More money, more money, more money.
But they are promising that the new restrooms are just a few inches smaller than what passengers are used to. But
look, I've only shit on a plane one time, and that was because I had crazy diarrhea.
Just once?
Yeah, I don't go shit on planes.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
I can hold it. Like I shit before I go on the. I try to. Hey, I'm about to fly. Maybe you should go take a shit before you get on the fucking plane. It's not like I'm going to Australia every day.
Right.
Most of my flights are 4 to 5 hours. I cannot shit for 5 hours. I can do that unless I got diarrhea, and then I did that, and I just kept courtesy flushing. I just felt awful. I was like, I'm a monster. This is awful. All right, what else?
So being rich and successful, this is something you can trace to your DNA.
Really, though?
Yeah. And
really, though? What do they look for?
They are looking for this sort of education gene. It's this whole, they're calling it genes for education or high polygenic scores.
Damn.
I don't know. But then, I mean, there's a whole explanation of what that means. But the idea is that they can look at who was going to do well in school and who's just going to kill it, which is kind of disturbing. If you're a kid, like, oh, this one's going to suck. Let's just put him over there.
Well, back in the day, I argue for this. I think it's bullshit. I wish that they had IQ tests to get jobs. They like outlawed IQ tests. But what, and hear me out here. I feel like now they do it based on college. So now people have to go into debt. Some people that can't afford college can't go to college, and it's eliminating this whole group of people, the middle class, the middle class and upper middle class. That's just kind of what they do. They go to college, and for many, like this job right here, you got to go to fucking college to be able to get a job here. It's ridiculous.
That's the way it shakes out.
Yeah, that's everybody here went to fucking college. They're deeply in debt. The pay's not fucking good enough to justify the college. Instead, they should have just had a fucking IQ test.
An IQ test?
Yeah. You separate the fucking dummies from the not dummies, and you talk to the ones that are fucking, not idiots. And then you find out if they're assholes or not, and then they get the fucking job.
I don't think I like your system.
Oh, you like the system that fucking protects the bourgeois.
Well, I mean, IQ test. So what's on this test?
I don't know. Something to figure out if you're a fucking moron or not.
I don't know.
To me, it's protecting the lower class. My way is protecting the lower class. Because there might be some fucking broke-ass smart kid out there. Fucking struggling, trying to get through it. And there might be some rich asshole like, hey, his fucking father went to Harvard or some shit. Or maybe somebody that didn't get that good of a grade, it wasn't that fucking bright, but they were a quota and they get into a good school, and then we're talking to them and they're fucking morons. Well, you can't tell because they got the good college thing behind them.
That internship thing does suck. And when I was just out of college, that really bothered me. All these rich kids, suddenly they can get internships everywhere. I'm like, what is this? Don't you really get a fucking job? But, they had all this money so they could get into these other places.
I know. It really fucking sucks for it. Like, it really fucking sucks, dude. I don't think testing, I don't think doing intelligent tests is the worst shit ever.
I don't know.
I know a lot of people are against it. I don't know. They got the football test. They do that fucking do the Wonderlick on motherfuckers.
The Wonderlick?
You know why you're against this, John? Because you wouldn't have a job.
I've got other.
You would be out on the streets.
I've got other attributes.
You'd be out on the streets. That's why you're so against this. I just realized it.
No,
John went to a good college, fucking finessed his way in here.
Finessed.
Fucking finessed his way in here, and now look at him.
Finessed is ridiculous.
They would have done IQ. You would have been fucking. You'd have been frying dough on the side of the street.
To call what happened here finessing is absurd.
Whatever. All right, there you go. There's some gene that tells you how fucking smart you are.
Yeah, that's
sweet.
Disturbing.
I don't know, man. That's the thing is, like, you get into genetics. This is the shit that people are afraid of, man. You start getting into all of this stuff, it's like, whoa, hey.
Sure. They find out that I'm going to die at 45 or something. Well, let's get rid of him.
Yeah, I got the goddamn I got that shit, the Alzheimer's.
Do you really?
Yeah, I'm like, I got a high rate of Alzheimer's in my genes.
You worried about that?
Well, I was doing a ton of drugs because I was like, fuck it, I'll probably just get Alzheimer's. I thought it was called old-timers disease. For years, I was like, man, I'm going to get that old-timers because the old-timey people got it.
I don't know. If that happens, man, I say double down on the drugs. Just go for it. That's what I'm going to do.
That's kind of what, that's kind of what I was, hey, I'm right there with you. All right, go ahead.
All right, so there is this idea. Well, there's this myth that you can get a yeast infection by wearing a wet bathing suit if you're a lady, but it sort of kind of goes both ways, meaning there's no definitive proof. It's kind of not real, but the idea is that if you just sort of sit there and soak in a wet bathing suit, you're going to create this environment that is going to encourage.
It's like a petri dish down there.
Yeast infection. I don't know who the hell would do this. Who just sort of like...
What if a girl just has a naturally wet pussy? Like, I knew girls that just would have to wear... Pussy just stayed so wet, they'd have to wear little panty liners. That probably doesn't count as much because it's natural juices.
Right. They're looking at these synthetic materials that are trapping this moisture near your vagina.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So don't do that. Sounds a little unpleasant.
There you go, ladies. Stay away from the fucking wet crotches for a long time.
Yeah, but who would even do this?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm the one who brought it up. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
You want some good news?
That was it? That was the news?
Well, I mean, I could probably pull something else.
Give me one more. You're going to end it with some half-ass story about you may... In the news, you may or may not get a yeast infection from a fucking wet bathing suit. Do you hear how fucking dumb that sounds?
Well, if given the chance...
You may or may not, like...
Well, it encourages the idea that this yeast will grow, but if
could happen.
If you put on your bathing suit like, boy, this feels moist, I'd probably choose another one.
Who puts on a wet bathing suit? Wouldn't it be like you go in and you get wet and then you sit around and fucking wet with swamp crotch?
Maybe you spend all night in the hot tub. You get up, you want to go in the pool. I don't know. Suddenly you're...
Just give me another one, bro, please.
Okay. There are 2 words on the menu to avoid if you don't want to gain weight.
What are the 2 words? Let's see. Fuck. Would it be like fried? Or extra cheese? Creamy. Bacon. I'm spitballing here. You want to tell me what it is, or you're just gonna leave me out there? Okay. Fucking tartar sauce.
Come on, sauce. Well, I mean, put it this way: they're not deep fried or battered.
What is it then? What are the words?
It says, choose the options that have the most vegetables, as without a doubt, these will be the healthiest options, she told
What
me.
are the words, John?
Let's see.
The words are crispy and crunchy.
That's it. There we go. That was the next paragraph.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. Thanks, Chris, for doing John's job.
Well, I picked this up off the floor. I hadn't read it. I'm fucking scared.
I go back to the whole IQ thing. Go back to the whole IQ argument. Just give him an IQ test.
Well, Chris already read this. Never mind.
I couldn't even
I'm fucking panicking, like trying to read through this for a second.
Some people just low IQ, just
crispy and crunchy can be clues that a food has been
fried.
Mm-hmm.
Crispy, crunchy. Stay away from that if you're.
And also, let's see, they contain high amounts of sugar or fat, as these foods give the crunch.
Look, all of that shit, man. You go out to eat. Do you know how much oil they pour on that? Have you ever been to where you see the restaurants where you can see the kitchen? You ever see the oil?
Yeah.
Looks like they're just pouring it out for dead homies all over your fucking shit. Just like dead homies, just fucking dumping oil. I get it tastes good, but it's just everything you eat is super fattening. Gotta watch out, son.
Do you think you eat well?
Me?
Yeah.
Right now, I'm not eating anything. I had half a sandwich yesterday and was laid up. I was in bed all day. So, no, I'm not eating that well. Had some Raisin Bran this morning. We'll see how that goes.
Kellogg's? Just the standard Raisin Bran?
Yeah, I love Kellogg's.
Look at that.
I like it. I like to let it sit, get a little mushy. Just fucking yum, yum, yum. It's good because it tastes yummy and it helps you shit. All right, give me good news.
And now, time for good news.
I don't know, I'm a little torn on this one, but it seems like a good gesture. There's this kid, this is over in Oklahoma, and he saw this stop sign that was down, so then he went back and just held it up. Let's see.
What a dick.
Well, it seems like a
better
nice
stop.
That sounds like something you would do.
These cars need to stop. Let me come over here and just fucking hold it up.
This guy, Randy Jones, he met this young man named Logan. I believe he worked at the Cheddars in Yukon. And he saw the stop sign was down, so he just stood there in the intersection. What is this?
And you can see this road. There is no fucking traffic. It's literally a fucking cornfield.
I feel bad for this kid for some reason.
He ain't got shit else to do. Or at least dig a hole. Just stick it in the fucking hole.
I don't know.
There's like permanent solutions to fucking a sign being down that doesn't include you just holding it forever.
It's your IQ test thing.
Yeah, this guy's a fucking moron.
No. Logan said he was driving when he noticed the stop sign had been ran over, and he almost witnessed a bad accident.
Oh, look at that.
So he wanted to protect everybody.
Fucking save. Thank you, Logan. Thank you, Logan, for making this world a safer place.
He's a good guy.
All right, there it is. That's our good news. That's the news.